All right, you guys. So tonight we're going to walk you through a drawing of Marty. And Marty the Penguin, the star of The Penguin Who Flew. Now, last week we did draw Marty in an inner tube that was kind of a very simplistic version. And a lot of times when I do these drawings, I kind of make it so that if you have a Sharpie, you could do the drawing. You basically use anything. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to demonstrate for you how I draw Marty the Penguin from the ground up using a lighter and then going darker. So if you have like a marker or a pen right now that you can't really do light sketching on or lighter drawings, like this may not work as well, but still you could still follow along. If you have a pencil, I'd recommend a pencil, but you can still follow along. It's just going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. So this will just be kind of a very simple, straight-on picture of Marty. And Marty is basically two circles. So if you think of him like almost like a snowman, we've got a circle there, and then the bottom circle, there's a second circle, and it's bigger. So again, this is where the snowman thing comes in. So it's slightly bigger down below. And then what I'll do is I'll draw a little cross right in the middle. That'll be where his face is. And I'll show you a little bit later how that's helpful for when you're drawing him in different positions. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of connect these. Almost like if this was a snowman, you just kind of like pack in snow off to the side like that, right? And might kind of get it a little bit darker on the sides. Now he's got these little flips of hair that come up. So now a lot of times I'll just draw two little lines up there. And then again, just kind of get a little bit darker, kind of filling out the shape a little bit more. Now, for where this cross is, right in the middle of that cross, I'll just draw a little triangle. That's his little beak. And on the cross horizontal, I'll draw two little dots for his eyes. And then for the top of his head, I kind of draw a line like that. It's not perfectly straight, just got a little curve to it. And then I'll bring it down like that. And now you can see I can darken this part up here a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw his little wings that come out. So those are just little. And again, if he's doing different things with his wings, he can go in different positions. But there we go, kind of like that. Give you a little pause to catch up here.
Anybody else being like, "Oh my goodness, this is turning into Marty."
little by little. So the bottom of his body, then what I'll kind of do is I'll kind of flatten it off a little bit. Again, not a complete straight line. I'm like a soft curve line. So he's got a little bit of a pear shape here, as you can kind of see. And then for his little feet, I'll draw a line here and a line here and a line here and a line there. So basically four lines, and then I'll connect those lines, which amounts to like an M. So if you think about using an M to connect those two lines together, and that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple shapes for Marty here. Now what's kind of neat is let's move this over a little bit. So when I was telling you,
am I the only one panicking, or is it just
you panicking? Yours looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
I'm like, and that's about it. And I'm like, that doesn't look like that to me.
That's all right. That's all right. This one is it takes a little bit more practice. That's why I said it's a little bit more in depth. But
yeah.
here's a neat trick for if I want to draw a Marty in a different position. Like let's say I want to just like move him a little bit. So I'm still going to do those two. And you don't have to follow along with this. You can just kind of watch what I'm doing as an example here. But now if you would imagine that his head is a basketball, right? And a basketball, when you're looking at it straight on, has this cross like that. A basketball actually then has these other lines too. We're going to ignore those for right now. But if you were to imagine this basketball, and I used to do this with cartooning workshops with kids, is I would bring in a little mini basketball and then I would turn it right in front of it. And you would see that this line here would turn like that. I'm going to do a little bit later. There we go, like that. And this one would still stay pretty straight. But what that does is that now gives me a chance to use those lines for his nose and his eyes. And I'd still put up the little flicks of hair. And I'm basically just using that same pear shape. But now there's going to be a little bit more of his side here. You're going to see that. And I draw his little wing, I guess, flipper, and I'm going to have him waving here. So Marty is really just very kind of simple shapes, and he looks a little bit more complicated. And that's the thing is, like, I was going to just kind of draw Marty in my style, like try to figure out how to do it. But he's really two circles, so you kind of need those two circles as your guideline. To help you. And it's the same concept. It was really tricky in the book. I would draw him in all sorts of different angles and different perspectives and stuff. So I would still use that same concept of, if I'm looking down on Marty, now all of a sudden these two circles are now on top of each other. And if this is his hair and here's his eyes, and this is now looking from above a little bit. So definitely a little bit more advanced.
I know.
But
so cute.
I wanted to at least just give you an idea of how he's made up.
And then you just like
structures.
quickly drew him from above, and then if you just do that, then it's just like you're on top of him.
I know. That's like when I look at my dad and he's turning a bowl, and it's like, okay, how did you even do that, right? But I thought it would be helpful, especially for any budding artists. This will be a video that I'm going to share in the back of the book. That's one of the things I'm actually excited about with the Penguin Who Flew book. Is in the back it has a QR code to special features, and this will be one of the special features. So
nice.
Any budding artists that want to watch this and kind of see, get a little basic drawing lesson.
Helen, that is so cute.
Helen did a great job. See?
I love it.
That's awesome.
I love it. I want to see if anyone else is willing to share.
Is anyone else willing to share? Yours actually looks pretty good, Kim.
Mike said his is a little bit chubby. Oh,
Mike's cute. Oh, I see Mike. Oh, yeah, he's a little short.
Good. Oh,
Dorothy's yours looks tremendous.
Oh, Rich. That's
Marie
so
looks good.
Marie.
Waltz looks good. Mary Beth looks good.
Hildy says
Rich
hers looks
good.
pregnant or has eaten way too many fish.
Well,
Amy,
Amy, that looks great too. That's what was kind of fun of drawing the other penguins in the book, is then I could kind of make them taller, shorter, wider, play with some of the other shapes. But even the other penguins are all still operate under the same principle of these two circles. But there's a lot of different character that you can do by changing the size and shape and things like that. So
how fun.
Super fun.
Cute.